You know that feeling when you're just overwhelmed by the noise of work? The alerts that never stop, the constant pings, that feeling that you're always just trying to catch up?
Well, welcome. This isn't another one of those stories about machines taking over. It's actually a story about the exact opposite. It's about how technology can help us find a little bit of quiet in all that chaos.
So, just for a second, let's do that. Let's just pause and take a deep breath, because this is a story that invites us to imagine a whole new way of working. Our story starts, as so many do, inside one of those glass buildings that just never seems to sleep. And inside, an engineer is staring down another long, stressful day. Let's meet Arjun. He's a DevOps engineer, which means he's right in the middle of that super fast-paced world of building the software we all use. And he loves it. He really believes that technology can make things better. But lately, well, that belief is getting a little shaky. I mean, just picture this. His screen is just a sea of blinking red alerts. His phone is buzzing off the hook with notifications. Things break at the worst possible time, which means more late-night calls fueled by way too much coffee. He's exhausted before his day has even really started. But here's the thing. It's not that Arjun is failing. This system is. There's just too much noise, too much information to sort through, too many different systems to watch at once. The room is dark, the monitors are glowing, and you can just feel the stress in the air. And then one night, a really important deployment fails. Again. The team is scrambling, people are talking over each other, and right in the middle of it all, Arjun feels that familiar knot in his stomach, and he asks himself that awful question. What if I missed something? What if this is all my fault? But then something starts to change. And it doesn't happen with a big announcement or some dramatic reveal. No, it's more like a quiet arrival, a silent helper. At first, it's almost unnoticeable. This new AI is just watching, learning. It's looking at all the data, the histories, the patterns. And while Arjun and his team are trying to get some sleep, it's connecting the dots that a tired human brain just can't. A tiny little spike here, a small delay there. Just a whisper of a problem long before it ever becomes a fire. Now, what's really cool is how this AI talks to them. It doesn't bark orders or flash scary warnings. It just calmly predicts what might happen. It's kind of like a weather forecast, you know? It feels less like a machine and more like a helpful friend just saying, hey, you might need an umbrella today. And because of these gentle little warnings, Arjun's team starts getting ahead of problems instead of just reacting to them. Those frantic late-night calls, they start to disappear. And slowly, one by one, the red alerts on his screen start fading away, and this quiet, steady green takes their place. But this is really just the beginning. The silent helper, it doesn't just change what they do, it changes the entire vibe of the team. Seriously, the difference is like night and day. Before, when something went wrong, it was pure chaos. Everyone was scrambling, pointing fingers. Now, the AI cuts right through all that noise. It says, hey, the problem is probably over here, and even suggests what to do next. The whole thing becomes calm, focused teamwork. So the new workflow is actually pretty simple. First, the AI predicts problems before they can hurt anyone. Second, it automates all those boring, repetitive tests that humans hate doing anyway. And third, and this is the best part, it frees up Arjun and his team to do what people are great at, making the big, creative, smart decisions. And that leads to this huge emotional shift. Chaos starts to feel more like clarity. That constant fear of burnout, it starts to feel like balance. The team actually has time to talk, to plan, to invent new things, instead of just running from one fire to the next. And this, right here, brings us to the most important part of the whole story. It's about what all of this really means for Arjun, and for all of us, really. So, one evening, Arjun packs up his stuff and leaves work on time. As he's walking home, the sun is setting, the sky is this beautiful, warm orange, and for the first time in what feels like forever, he just feels at peace. He can actually breathe again. And this is it. This is the whole point. The AI didn't replace him. It didn't take away his job or his creativity. It just removed the noise. All those distracting alerts, the boring tasks, the data overload that was causing all the stress. He's still the one making the calls. He's still the creator. He's just calmer. The future we're seeing in this story isn't some battle of humans versus machines. It's humans with machines. It's a partnership where the tech handles all the messy, complicated stuff so we humans can get back to being creative and connecting with each other. So what's the big takeaway here? It's actually a pretty simple truth. The real promise of AI isn't about taking our jobs. It's about taking the stress from our jobs. It's about giving us back our time, our focus, and maybe even our peace of mind. And in that quiet new partnership, the work that felt so heavy starts to feel meaningful again. It becomes human again. And finally, DevOps becomes calm again.